Have you ever sat in a restaurant, picked up a bowl of those bright green pods, and thought to yourself, wait a second, what's the English name for this? We call it edamame everywhere, but surely there must be another word, right? The funny thing is, in English, we don't really have a completely different name for it. The word edamame itself has been borrowed directly from Japanese, and it has become the most common term worldwide. If you say edamame in an English-speaking country, people will know exactly what you're talking about. But if we wanted to be very literal, the English description of edamame is young soybeans or immature soybeans. That's what they actually are, soybeans that are picked before they have fully matured. Unlike the yellow soybeans you see used for soy milk, tofu, or soybean oil, edamame is harvested early, when the beans are still green, tender, and a little sweet. That's what makes them different, and why they have such a unique taste and texture compared to the hard, dried soybeans most people think of. The Japanese word edamame itself can be broken down. Eda means branch or stem, and mame means bean. So essentially, the word translates to beans on branches, which makes sense because traditionally they were often boiled and served still attached to their stems. Over time, that word stuck, and even in English-speaking countries, nobody bothered to replace it with something else. Instead, it became the international name we all use today. Still, when you're describing it to someone who has never heard of it before, saying edamame is young green soybeans usually makes everything clear. In grocery stores, especially outside Asia, you'll often see it labeled as edamame with a smaller description underneath saying soybeans in pods. That way, people understand it's part of the soybean family, but eaten differently. So the answer is pretty simple. The English name for edamame is just edamame, but if you want to explain it more directly, you can call it young soybeans. It's one of those foods that has traveled the world without changing its name, just like sushi or tofu, and that's part of its charm. Next time someone asks you what edamame means, you can tell them it's just another way of saying green, tender soybeans, delicious, healthy, and loved all around the globe.